Hey guys, so today I have for you all my entire prop gun, airsoft gun, and toy gun collection. So I have more prop guns, which you guys can clearly see there. I have more prop guns than anything. I have only about 5 airsoft guns, except that the 5th one, I don't know where that is actually. And I have 4 of these. So yeah, with that being said, let's begin. So let's start off with the toy guns first, since that's where I'm close to, and yeah, like guys like these, anyways. But first all we have is the Gavel revolver. This is like one of my most favorite of all these like prop slash toy guns. Still works. There we go. Whoa, it's freaking out. Sorry. We have the Judenchi, which of course this is the only one I have currently. Still works. Got that. Anyways, and then you got okay, so if I lift this up, it's not going to be the best. I think how it malfunctions a lot. Now we're going to take it out. There we go. Alright, now we can turn it right back off. You guys can clearly tell that I painted this a little bit, but it's already wearing off, especially here. So, there we go. That was that. And we have the next one, which is the T-Rex Supercharged Morpher, or if you're a big Curiouser fan like me, Mini Tira, or Gabatira the Carnival. So basically, this is what he does. Just put that there. I got this a while back at a thrift store. This thing is damn near freaking like still in perfect condition. Like there's barely any paint scratches. Like about the only ones you possibly might see is here. Like so freaking focus, but yeah, like it's about the only ones you might see. But other than that, this thing was still in really good condition when I first found it. And I'm like, yes, I am getting this. It's over. I am definitely getting this thing, even though this is not the Japanese version. So he can go from just sitting down like this. I'm a little buddy. Just, I don't know, sitting beside me or something. Don't worry about that. But you can just sit down right there. Just, like sitting down like my little buddy. Or I can put him in all havoc mode and make him into the gun form. And he does have a little Judenchi in his mouth, which I could possibly get out. Let's say we push this button. Give me a second. Oh, this is so hard with one hand. I wish I had a tripod. Open up. There we go. I got it. Give me it. Alright, this is his Judenchi. So this is what it looks like. It has 4 sides. These are the American Dino Chargers. These are what he's called in America. That's 4 sides. And this is one's probably my favorite. I don't know why. But yeah, that's what that is. And this is what he looks like without a Judenchi in his mouth. Just a gaping hole. Put this back in here because I usually keep the Judenchi in his mouth. Because also, he has no batteries. And just to prove that, here is the on and off switch, which is right here, yeah, down in the grip. Right there, it's off, but if I turn it on, it won't do anything. So, just to prove that that's an on and off switch, focus, come on. That's off, and this is on. Nothing. Pulling the trigger, nothing. So, that lets you guys know that this is just a kind of a little decoration type thing. So, let's put this back in here. Alright. So let's put him back in his little dinosaur form, and we'll keep him standing up this time. Easier. Next thing we got is the Wingman. Apex Legends, one of the most powerful, actually the most powerful pistol, the more you think about it, because it packs a lot of punch, but it has high recoil, and it's a revolver. And you guys can also see there, this is what it looks like when it's opened up. Sorry, it's actually, I really feel bad kind of for this thing, because it does not stay open. You have to, like, this is what it does if you don't hold it down. You have to hold it down if you want it to stay open. This is what it looks like when it's open. The grip is actually pretty long. It's actually as long as it was in some of the trailers. And that's what it looks like. And you can... So due to the fact that this thing, I can't really, like, spin it like this, because the trigger piece here, for anyone who owns this, knows that the trigger piece sucks. So you try and spin on your finger like how you do in the game, like the revolver ocelot spin or whatever this thing is called. It hurts. So what I have to do, I have to spin the revolver forward, which I'm getting particularly good at. So yeah, like that. Anyways, so that's the wingman. No sounds, no nothing, just a prop technically. So that kind of shouldn't have went over there, but let's stay over here because these are actually licensed toys. So last up is the Tokyo Blaster. This thing I've actually modified a lot. This thing doesn't open up anymore because it likes to fly off a lot and it's been hot glued down. Sadly, this piece right here though is actually messed up, and I don't understand why it's messed up. The piece, you're supposed to push it in, and it pushes these little two node pieces here to make the sword piece come out. And I unfortunately don't have a piece to take that out to make the sword come out anymore. So basically, this thing is stuck in gun form. That's kind of sad. I took out the batteries because the noises were starting to get really bad and I had no good batteries for it. This is, I think that is on and this is off. And nothing. However, I can switch it around like the actual Tokyo Blaster, but the sword will not come in. This sound actually does come in the package. And I might get another one that is in, it's not brand new because I actually got this brand new off Amazon for anybody who saw this review. Anyways, so let's put that down. And now, let's get to the actual props. So, first off we have here is a DL-44. This is Ezra Bridges' DL-44 from Star Wars Rebels. This is the blaster pistol he uses in the second season, or the third season of Star Wars Rebels. He mostly, of course, uses his lightsaber, but he also used this blaster as well. It's a DL-44. It looks like it's a modern version of it, is what I'm assuming, because the DL-44 Han Solo uses is a later version of it, but it's heavily modified. But this is a stock DL-44, and is, I think, a more modern version of it. Because it has been confirmed on like the wiki and everything that Ezra does indeed have a DL-44. Like, it's a heavy blaster pistol. It's called the DL-44, and it's made by Blastech Industries. So that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like in my hand, by the way. Just to give you guys a look. That's what it looks like. I tried making this. I made this a while back actually, and I tried making this thing look like more like the most like Ezra's blaster. So let's put that down. Next that we have is the RE-45. This one is a 3D printed prop. I bought this from somebody, and it was a good about $30 for it. So this might not be 1:1 scale to the RE-45, but I mean, like, the one, like, if I'm pretty sure there's probably a 1:1 scale version out there, but it's not accurate, or it's not true to life to the actual game, to the actual CGI game model or whatever it is. Because I actually saw a 1:1 scale prop. It was actually as big as the RE-45 in the game, but it didn't have this little piece which actually helps to rack the slide easier. Just had the iron sight piece back here, and you have that, and this is what it looks like in my hand with the finger through the trigger guard. This is what it looks like down sights. That was like hip fire. Just what it looks like just shooting, and then this is what it looks like when I just do that. So yeah, so that's the RE-45 Cerakoted yellow. P2020. This one is also a 3D printed prop. I bought this from the exact same guy who I bought this. This one came first, that one came second. So first off, the P2020 is my favorite pistol, which you guys already know that. RE-45 coming second, Wingman coming third. But that's not the whole purpose of this. So this is what it looks like. I Cerakoted it white to give it my characters' really cool, or just really weird color scheme. Orange tip, everything. That's what it looks like in my hand. This is what it looks like in first person, just shooting and everything. Aim down sights. There we go. Boom. Oh. And this is what it looks like when I reload with one hand. So, yeah. Next up, man, this is not the best to do. Next up we have is the G7 Scout. This thing is probably one of the biggest and probably one of the quote-unquote to scale rifles I've probably ever made in terms of a prop, because it's heavy, obviously, because I have a lot of cardboard and a lot of pieces up here, but all the weight is actually coming from the front, because more stuff is up here in the front. An orange tip. I painted it a pavement color because I didn't have black at the time. I'm not going to repaint this. The grip is questionable. Same with this little piece for your thumb to go through is quite questionable. And it's kind of hard to get your finger through the trigger guard, because the trigger guard is actually pretty small. And yeah, that's what it looks like one-handed. And this is what it looks like just like shooting and everything. Also, for some reason, my right hand is hurting for some reason. Every single time I try and push up on it and everything, it always hurts. Now, and I started doing it yesterday. But anyways, next up we have is an unfinished prop, which is the alternator. I was actually supposed to give this a few more pieces to it, but I never finished it. And I also have a digital thread up here, which I was actually not supposed to put up here. It was just supposed to be just plain iron sights alternator, and that's how it is. I could take it off if I wanted to, like just rip it off, because it is only just hot glued up here. But this will also result in me taking the little cardboard piece down here so that to make it look a little bit more bulky. So that's what it looks like. This is what it looks like in my hand while just single-handing it and everything. I would say this is what it looks like when I reload, but it doesn't have that type of release. It has like a little release back, like a heel style release, and this is what it looks like when I'm shooting and everything. So that's what this is. So I gotta kind of get up for this one. Next up we have is another big gun, which is the Mastiff. It's a shotgun. This is also unfinished because it was actually supposed to be a pretty okay looking shotgun for a Mastiff shotgun prop. But this is, in my opinion, slightly shorter, slightly less bigger than the actual Mastiff that you see in game. But other than that, this is what it looks like in my hand, and this is what it's like when I'm shooting, because the recoil in the game is actually really weird. So you just push it like it pushes back like that, kind of pushing you back a little bit, kind of. But this is an unfinished prop. This is a little shotgun, little slot piece. And I also didn't have proper thing. Like I didn't have like proper things to actually get this done. It kind of sucks, but I mean, set that back there, and I can say that right there and all. So, anyways, next one we have is this other wingman prop, which is a big, thick wingman prop. This thing is a beefy boy. Look at this thing. Compared to this, which is actually 1/1 scale, this is about, I would say, probably a 1/24 scale prop. This thing is huge. This is made by Senpai 3D on Etsy. If you want to go check out our shop, I'll actually put a link down there for it. You go check our shop out. But this thing is huge. I was originally going to paint this into the Cold Fusion skin until I found out how big it was, and it's not true to life to the actual prop. This thing is still really good though, because unlike this wingman, this one has way more detail. So you got this little detail there. If the camera will zoom in. You got the iron sights detail. Hammer's slightly bigger, but you also have this detail. Like, look at this. And also, this as well. This is like very well dug out as a barrel. And got that. Like, this thing is really well done. That's what it looks like. Now the last prop over here is the tool gun. I have not actually really held this thing in my hand, and for this, like the first time I've held this thing in my hand in a while. This thing is the tool gun from Gmod or Gary's Mod. You can like spawn stuff in with it. You can like do that or whatever. Although you don't one-handed, you use two hands to use it in the game. But just like an actual revolver, you can spin it around your hand, and it's a tool gun. It can be used to build things, to cause like spawn things, cause havoc, everything. So yeah, that's all the props. All these props that I have. Now let's move on to my airsoft guns. Anyways. So next one I have, or first one I have, is this 1911 prop, or just airsoft gun. So it's true to life to the actual 1911. Removable mag, yes. Rackable slide, and also and also the hammer can be pulled back as well. To get that really cool, and then you can also decock it. Well, that's not the safest way to do it. This is the safer way to do it right there, or to just do that, because be a little more safer. And it's 1/1 scale to the actual M1911. It also has a metal slide. So also, I think I could possibly take this apart or disassemble it. Let's take this off. Pull this out. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. Take that out. And take that out. That's what the slide is, and it is heavy. It's metal. And it's pretty light, or pretty heavy. Heavier than like most things. You guys can also see there's a little bit of wear and tear because I wrecked the slide too much in this thing. Focus on that camera. Yeah, there we go. You guys can see that. Trademark logos. That's what the body looks like without the slide, without the mag either. So let's put this thing back together. It's harder to assemble it more than disassemble it. So it's just okay. This is not easy. Hang on a second. There we go. I had to put the slide back on. So the slide's back on. Now where is the knockdown switch? The takedown lever. I'm trying to find that. There you are. Let's put this here. Go back in. And now we're gonna try and rack the slide. Safety's off. That's what it looks like with the racking the slide. Now let's put the mag in. It's a pretty slim mag. It's a single stack mag, just like 1911. Oh, pants got caught. And yeah, that's that. It doesn't shoot any BBs because I think I disassembled it because I was stupid and I put a freaking what is it? A slingshot ammo, a steel slingshot BB in there, and it messed it up, and I had to take it out of the barrel. And I just decided why not just take this out to just make it a prop. So next one we have is the CZ75 or CZ-SP01 Shadow pistol. This is still functional. It's a fully functional airsoft pistol. Spring, actually. Just take this out. Come on. Mag is not easy to take out, like especially when you just press mag release and it doesn't fall the way you want it. This is a pretty beefy mag, which is what you would usually see on like a GBB or like a gas blowback pistol. The slide functions. The hammer does not stay back even when you rack the slide. Safety's functional. That's functional. Everything. So due to the fact I'm doing this with one hand, I'm not going to rack the slide. It also has a follower on the mag, so that way you can put. It's easy to put BBs in. All right, now let's put this back in. Safety back on. Next that we have is the Desert Eagle. This one has actually been one of my first airsoft pistols, quote unquote, that I bought one day, and this was last year when I got this, and it's been like one of my favorite prop gun toy things, quote unquote, to actually use. And my mag fell, and my gun fell. This is the mag. It actually has a base, but the base broke. Like a little piece right here broke when I dropped it once, and it looks like this now. And the gun itself, it's still a functional prop. However, though, it is not a functioning airsoft gun anymore. The hammer can be pulled back and locked back, and can also be kind of decocked in a way with the safety, like that, kind of in a way. The hammer can also be pulled back with safety on. So if you don't believe me, this is what it looks like when it's on safety. Yep, it doesn't even break the safety or anything. So this is what it looks like in my hand. We're just holding it, and this is what it looks like aimed down sights. Line it up. Yeah, there we go. Black. The grip is rubber. This is a different kind of Desert Eagle than the one that you guys typically see online or whatever. Because this one is the IMI Desert Eagle. If you guys can see that. Except that this one was made in Minnesota? No, Minneapolis. But it's an this one is the version that was made in Israel. The ones in America have a different little safety piece here. So now let's put this back down. And the last one out of all of these is a Walther P22 airsoft spring pistol. So this one, I actually just got it 2 days ago. It's one of my most recent pistols I've gotten. And I like the P22. It's such a really cool looking gun, except that it doesn't have the compensator piece or anything. But however, this thing is actually a lot of fun to play around with, because this thing is fully functional. Still a fully functional pistol. Has two mags, one right here, one right there, or one right there and one right here. And he's also can stand up. So I can stand it up like. It's not possible with my leg, but the mag is able to stand up, and you're able to load it up pretty well. And it's almost like loading up an actual pistol or an actual magazine for a handgun, because you have to put it in multiple times and everything. The speed loaders I don't work for this thing. So yeah, that's that. Safety, trigger, sights pretty hard to write back, but other than that, yeah, that's all of these pistols, guys. Yep, all of my props, toys, and airsoft pistols. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.